evening, Princess, Princess, Princess Jewel, Princess.
Because mommy did this. And you know.
I can hear you guys, oh. All right. Welcome, girls. Welcome, 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 welcome. All right, ladies, welcome. We're already streaming on YouTube. Give me a second. Let me post the replay link. Let me connect this to our. Let me check this. Okay. All right. Good. Let me make sure that we're streaming. Yes, we are. Save to the playlist 15 to 17. Fantastic. All right. So welcome, girls. Let me check the chat. All right, Buchi's joining in from Lagos. Buchi, thank you. You've renamed your device to Princess Buchi, Princess Mia, Princess Jewel. Fantastic. So let me see. Let me see how many people can remember our rule for the session. What are our class rules? Let me see how many people were paying attention yesterday to remember what our class rules are for the session. How many people can remember our class rules? Fantastic. Okay. All right. What was our class rule for yesterday? Let me see. This is a learning space. We don't use emojis that could hurt people. We don't use emojis that are repeated. Yep. Fantastic. Let me make sure that all the sessions, all the age groups have received their replay links as well. All right. Okay. So good. Princess Supreme, over to you. Today we want to start out very excellently, and so that we can take more scenarios. Maybe we should work to get up to 2 scenarios today. So I'm going to be handing over to you. You do need me to unmute you, right? All right. So I'm going to do that in a moment. All right. Where is Zoom? Okay. I've seen it now. So Princess Supreme. I see the girls are here. I see the princesses from yesterday. I see Princess Mia and Mona as well. Welcome. All right, Supreme, please unmute and let's begin.
Okay, good evening, everyone. I'm Princess Supreme, and as we were talking about yesterday, I am as well going to be talking about online safety today. Next slide. Okay, before we start on today's topic, we have to have a recap first. Does anyone remember anything we talked about yesterday? Any questions or comments? I would like to hear from you guys.
You can leave it as a comment. You can raise your hands to share verbally. We don't have a discussion when class is on. Okay, yeah, thank you, Princess Joel. That's part of our rules for the session. Fantastic. So anyone wants to share what they remember from yesterday's class, please? Okay, just look at those buttons down. You see one that is written reaction. It will have different feelings, all right? Different emojis. But by asking that question, I'm going to ask you to unmute now, Princess. So get ready, Princess Onyechi. Did I get that? Princess Onye, just Onye. There's no chi in your name. So let me look for you now. Princess Oyin, please, you can unmute your mic and share what you remember from yesterday.
Yes, ma. Um, from yesterday, we talked about how when you have your devices, you need like boundaries to keep yourself safe and to not get addicted, and also be safe who you're talking to and who you trust on the internet.
Definitely. Thank you. We have to be careful how we bestow trust. So thank you so much, Oyin.
Yes,
Anyone
ma'am.
else want to take a shot? Anyone else? Anyone wants to give it a shot? You can leave it as a comment, or you can. Okay, Princess Buchi left us on the comment. Princess Supreme, do you want to read what Princess Buchi has to say? Princess Supreme, you need to not be unmuting yourself because you have an earpiece, and the earpiece kind of helps filter the sound. So leave your mic on.
Okay. So Princess Buchi said, she said, inform your parents about any accounts or information going on online that they don't know of.
Fantastic. So Supreme, I think over to you now. You can continue.
Okay. Okay, so now that we've done the recap, let's start with the session's beginner. We have, you can't learn anything that you want to learn from home. There are people online to learn from. So what are the qualities of dependable influences to follow? Use the research acronym as a guide to vet people. Here are things to remember. So I'm just going to be explaining the research acronym. R stands for review online presence, that's social media and websites. So if you're looking for a platform to learn, you can go through different people's social media, people that are posting content, including that have to do with learning and all that. E is for evaluate core values, that's mission and beliefs. Then S is scan products and services, like the quality and the relevance to what you're trying to look for. E is examine profile history to see what they've been doing since and how to catch up. A is to assess engagement, that's to responses and interactions. R is reflect on consistency, messages, tones. C is check credibility, that's reviews and testimonials. And then H is have parental guidance if needed. Remember, research helps you evaluate online dependability. So you can be more dependable online if you do research based on what you're trying to learn. So be conscious of the fact that there is an...
Hold on, Princess. There's something that we've missed here. All right. There is nothing like have parental guidance if needed. You would always need it at this age. You always need it unless you get to a point where you're no longer living at home and you're out of the home. And even at that, you still need to revert back to your parents. I wanted to just say a little more about this slide, okay? Supreme, you
Okay.
ran. I want you to take the time to talk a little more about it. So let me
Okay.
just, I need you to pay attention yourself. So let's start with reviewing online presence. It means that anybody that you want to get information from online, it is always important to make sure that you check them well, check their website. Apart from the information you came across, see other things they do and they stand for. Check their social media handle. Are they consistent? Evaluate their core beliefs. Now, there are certain things that you've been raised at home to be. So first and foremost, we're talking about this because you're supposed to learn from other people. It's not your parents can't teach you everything. So look at me, Princess Irene. Now you don't know me from Jack, but you're learning from me and the way we're doing it through online. So what I'm saying is Before you decide whether you want to trust what Princess Irene says, go through her entire social media. So the things she says, Google her, see the things that have been written about her, check her website, check the website, check whether the values that this person is bringing up aligns with your own. No matter how excited you are about someone, don't forget the rules, the values, the things that your parents are laboring to tell you. No matter how flashy, you might even meet some people online that seem to sound smarter than your parent. They have more money than your parent. It does not change the fact that the person who has your best interest is your parent. And no matter what happens, we're looking out to see their behavior, we're questioning their values, and we're remembering where we are coming from. You want somebody's trying to sell a product or service to you. Listen for what other people are saying. What are the testimonials? What is the quality? This product they're trying to get you to buy, is it really relevant right now? Is it really relevant? Go to the proof. In fact, this one is the most important part. Before you make any influencer someone you go to learn, go and check how many times they've changed their handle names. You go to somebody's handle, the handle profile history shows you that the person has changed their username 23 times. What are you doing with that person? That person is not dependable. That person is not consistent. That person is always changing. Assess their engagement. How do they talk to people? Some of us admire people that are bold and confident, but if someone that appears to be bold and confident talks down on people, treats them as crap, talks to them as if they are foolish, that's not the person to have around. You should be comfortable with someone who treats other people like that. Check their message, check their tone, check the reviews that other people are leaving behind, check the testimonials. Meanwhile, remember, disgruntled people can leave negative review, but still check whether, do you get, check both ways, the good reviews and the bad reviews, what are they saying? But this last H is what made me stop. You always need parental guidance. Permanently, you always need parental guidance or a trusted adult guidance when your parents are not around. Supreme, over to you.
Okay, thank you. It says be conscious of the fact that there is an agenda that is being pushed on you. Always try to confirm whether it is fact or opinion that is being shared or a statement of truth. So this practically means that when you're learning online, when you're trying to catch up, there's a particular agenda, a particular goal or achievement set, and you need to confirm whether this is real, this is the truth, or if it's just a statement or just something someone like an opinion or something. And then it says people are online for different reasons, different from why you are online. You have to learn how to discern people's motives. Okay. Now, this says people are online for different reasons, different for why you are online, as I just said. You have to learn how to discern people's motives. Here are some tips on information literacy for teens. So first of all, we have to check the source. When we come on and say, oh, we want to learn online, we first of all need to check the source. Then we need to evaluate the purpose. We need to figure out what we're doing and why we're doing it. Then three, we have to consider multiple sources. So we can't just depend on one single source, but we have to check for different sources just as a backup or a plan B or something like that. And then four, we have to watch for bias. Number five, we have to check facts to make sure that we have to check. Number five, we have to check facts, of course. Verify statistics, quotes, and data with other credible sources. Then we have number six, be cautious of online sources. Anyone can publish online. Look for reputable websites, academic journals, and government sources to make sure that you're correct, that you know where you're going. So I'm just going to run through so you guys can understand it better. Number one says check the source. So practically we have to verify the author, publication, and date of the information. Is it credible or etc? 2, we have to evaluate the purpose. Why was the information created in the first place? Is it to inform, persuade, or to entertain the user? Number 3, consider multiple sources. Don't rely on just one source or website. Look for diverse perspectives and viewpoints. Number 4 says, watch for bias. Be aware of language, tone, and content that may indicate a bias or one-sided view, so you know what you're doing. Number 5 says check facts. Verify statistic, quotes, and data with other credible sources. Number 6 says be cautious of online sources. This means anyone can publish online. Look for reputable websites, academic journals, and government sources, so you know that what you're handling is the real deal. Next slide. Okay, and now number 7 says use fact-checking websites. Sites like Snopes, link unavailable, a PolitiFact can help you verify information. So there are different websites that can help you verify information to make sure that it's true and it's just not a statement or an opinion. Number 8 says read beyond the headlines. Sometimes headlines don't accurately reflect the content. Read the article before sharing. So you need to read the article to make sure that you're not going to be sharing some fake news or something like that. 9 says use academic databases. For research, use school databases or online libraries like JSTOR, eBesco, or ProQuest, etc. So there are different academic websites that you can use, so you know you're doing schoolwork particularly and not something else. 10 says answer questions. If you're unsure about information, ask a teacher, librarian, or other trusted adults. 11 says stay up to date. Information can change quickly. Make sure your sources are current and so you know that you're dealing with the real deal. Then finally, number 12 says use critical thinking. Engage your brain, analyze information, identify patterns, and make informed decisions.
All right, girls, I want to tell you, I like telling stories. I'll tell you 2, 3 stories that is going to buttress some of the things that Supreme has just finished saying. So very many years ago, I came across an article that said that women with low self-esteem were the ones wearing a low cut. That if you see a woman that has a low cut, that it means she has self-esteem. I was shocked because I know that it takes a lot of courage to wear a low cut. I've been wearing this cut for 16 years. Yeah. I cut my hair in January 2008, and I have worn it like this ever since. So what I just needed to do when I saw the article was to read it to the end and read the person who wrote it and examine the intention of the person who wrote it. It wasn't long before I found out that the article was written by a hair print company. And guess what? They were just trying to convince more and more women to grow their hair. You need to consistently know that when I see an article online, somebody's trying to inform me, somebody's trying to persuade me, somebody's trying to put an agenda on me, somebody's trying to make money of me, somebody's trying to entertain me. You need to know which is which. That's what it means by there's always an agenda. All articles are written with a purpose. The moment you can get into the mind of the person that wrote, to imagine what they're trying to achieve, you'll be able to know whether their goal aligns with your own goal. So there's something that someone I know does. Every time they see a newspaper article, a news is they'll go and read all the newspapers that exist. So for instance, some newspapers write in favor of a particular political party. So once there is news, that person I know will go and write a newspaper that aligns to, say, Labour Party. Another person will go and pick the newspaper that aligns to, say, PDP. This same person rather will go and pick the one that has been written by a newspaper that aligns to PDP. And he would always tell me that everybody is writing from bias. Everybody's writing from prejudice. Everybody's writing from what they are hoping to achieve. So in order for you to thrive online, you need to read all the sides so that you can make an informed decision. So what are academic databases? Academic databases are like platforms where people don't just throw facts around, they do some research. They tell about the research, they tell about stuff. So let's say now, for instance, you guys are girls, you come online and someone starts to tell you to wash your hair with rice water, that it will grow your hair significantly. The first thing, here, research, check online databases. Supreme, can you hear me? Is it
Yes, ma.
right? Check online
I can hear
database,
you, ma.
right? Check online databases that do research on hair growth. Check hair technicians. Check expert hair designers. Check a variety of sources to be sure that these people and all what they're saying is actually true. So that's what all of this is all about. Ask questions. Get trusted adults to brainstorm with. All right. And also remember that sometimes you're reading an article from 10 years ago and the information they may be providing is no longer valid. So, Supreme, I think it's time for your scenarios. Let's go. Do you need to unmute? All right, go ahead.
Okay, so let's try some scenarios. I have two scenarios for you guys today. Okay, scenario one says Jane, a 16-year-old high school student, had always been conscious about her health and appearance. One day, she came across an article online that promised rapid weight loss with a trendy new diet. Excited by the idea of quickly reaching her fitness goals, she decided to give it a try without much thought. For the first few days, Jane was pleased to see some weight loss, but soon she began to feel weak, dizzy, and unwell, feeling concerned. Jane confided in her sister, who was studying to be a nurse. Her sister listened carefully and then asked, "Did you check with the doctor before starting this diet?" Jane admitted that she hadn't. Realizing she might have been too quick to trust an unverified source, now she's torn between continuing the diet because it's helping her lose weight and stopping it because it's making her feel sick. Should Jane continue the diet despite the feeling unwell because it's helping her lose weight, or should she stop to protect her health? What steps can she take in the future to ensure following credible health advice is not putting herself at risk? What should she do?
All right, girls, over to you. What should Jane do? I see we moved her name from Jane to Amina. All is important. All is cool. You don't mind. So let me, all right. What should Jane do? You need ideas. Hands up, comment open. Let's hear you. What should Jane do? I know someone this has
Mom, can
happened.
I answer?
Yes. Okay, no, let your team will answer. The people will make effort then as a facilitator. You wrap it up. Is that okay?
Okay. Yes, ma'am.
Go ahead, Princess Ju.
Can you hear me?
Very clearly.
So, as for me, I feel that she should just stop the
She should just stop the,
diet
yes, okay. Okay.
because she can die. Diet.
Okay. Okay.
So, because the world is now wicked, so I just advise stop the diet.
Fantastic. Fantastic. No, it's very simple. I actually tried one when keto diet came out newly. Someone introduced me to it. I tried. I remember when I had to ask the woman. I said, "Please, what about someone with ulcer?" She said it doesn't matter. That people are taking it and losing weight. And then I started the keto diet, and within 2 weeks, I had a condition that the doctor said that I was becoming hypoglycemic, where I would be so fatigued. I couldn't do anything for 20 minutes. And then he asked me what changed in my diet. So I started this diet where you don't take carbs, you're taking this and all of that. And he said, you're going to kill yourself. I got advice on Facebook. So yes, she should stop the diet. Good idea. Anyone else wants to give it a shot? Anyone else? All right. I'm not seeing any hands. Okay, I saw a comment. Princess Onye says she should stop the diet and talk to a doctor if she wants to continue dieting. So she gets the best of advice. So Supreme, your turn. Go ahead and tell us what would
Okay,
you do?
so I'm just going to wrap it up. I personally think that she should stop the diet, as many of us have said. She should stop the diet because it's not like as if she's as fat that she must lose weight. She just saw it and she's like, oh, that she wants to look fit. So I think that she should stop the diet because I think her health is more important than wanting to look fit, wanting to look like others, wanting to look nice. So I think she should stop the diet. And if she wants to continue the diet, she should get a safer diet and talk to maybe a dietitian or a doctor. Yeah.
Good, 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 good. So are you ready for your second scenario?
Yes, ma'am. I am.
We have some comments.
Wait, but before the second scenario, there's some comments about what she should do. Should I read them out?
Yeah. Yes, please.
Okay. Okay. So as you said, Princess Onye said she should stop the diet or talk to a doctor if she wants to continue dieting. And then Princess Muna Chisom said she should meet a dietitian to draw up a healthy diet. And then Princess Tumilare said she should meet a professional that can make a diet that is customized especially for her because not everyone has the same body type. It's really nice. And then Queen
Yeah.
Ayor said she should learn to appreciate her body because even if she stops the diet, she will continue to be unhealthy. That's all for now.
Fantastic. All right, I've gone to the next scenario.
Okay, next scenario. Okay. Scenario 2. Amina, also a 16-year-old high school student, was spending her evening scrolling through social media, enjoying the casual interactions with friends and following her favorite accounts on social medias. Out of the blue, out of nowhere, she received a message from a stranger. A person's initial approach She received a message from a stranger here. The initial approach was friendly and non-threatening. So Amina decided to respond out of curiosity. The conversation started with harmless small talk, but soon the stranger began asking personal questions that seemed a bit too intrusive for someone she had never met before. As the questions grew more personal, Amina started to feel uneasy and she wondered if she should continue the conversation, hoping that the questions will eventually stop and the chat would return to safer topics. Part of her thoughts that maybe she was overreacting and that the stranger might just be trying to be friendly. However, another part of her felt a growing sense of discomfort and concern for her privacy and safety. Should Amina continue responding to the stranger, hoping that the questions will just eventually become less intrusive and the conversation will stay friendly? Or should she stop replying altogether, report the user immediately, and take steps to protect her privacy and security online? What should Amina do? So could I get answers for what Amina should do? Princess Iyanu said she should stop replying.
Joel's hands are up.
Okay.
Go ahead, Joel.
So since Amina is a 16-year-old high school student that is scrolling through social media, my dear, Amina should just stop replying because The person is giving her headache. The person is just making her feel that, oh, she's just stop replying the person and report the person to someone, to the authority or something. Thank you.
Okay. So that was nice, Princess Jo. So now, I'm going to read some of the comments. Princess Ianu said, "Stop
Yeah,
replying," as I said
has
before.
Princess Mia.
Princess
Let's
Ayo,
take all the
hands. Okay.
Princess Supreme.
Ma?
Can you hear me? Are you muted?
No,
Princess
yes, ma, I
Supreme,
can hear you.
can you hear me?
Ma?
Girls, can you hear me? Let me know. Who
Yes,
is
ma, I
anyone
can
who
hear
can
you.
hear me? Can you hear me? We have Princess
Yes, ma, I
Mia's
can
hand
hear you,
up.
ma.
Can I let Princess Mia speak?
Well, I feel like she should report the user immediately because anyone that is trying to draw personal information from her doesn't really have a good intention towards her. So she should report the person.
Over to you, Supreme.
Oh, okay. So no more hands are up. So Princess Ianu said, "Stop replying." Princess Ayo said she should stop talking to the stranger as they might get information on her address and then the situation could become life-threatening and could escalate to the police. Princess Onyinye said if she's uncomfortable, then she should block the person and not force herself to continue talking to the person. So then Princess Iyano again says it is advisable that she should stop it as it is a breach as it is a breach of her safety. It is as a breach of her safety. Princess Faith said she should stop replying and tell a trusted person about the issue. Princess Oyinye again said, I mean, she's obviously uncomfortable. Princess Munachimso said, I feel like she should explain her personal boundaries to the person, and if the person still oversteps her boundaries, then she should block them, him or her. Yeah, that's all for now. Miss Princess Arian, I would like for you to talk on Princess Munachimso's comments, if you don't mind.
All right. I've given her personal boundaries to the person. And if she or still when if the person still oversteps her boundaries, then she should block.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, Munachin, so this is absolutely. However, we are of the school of thought that minors shouldn't be interacting with strangers at all. We shouldn't be even chatting with people we don't know at all. We don't know what their motives are. We don't know what tools they're using. Technology is changing every day. We don't know whether by chatting with them, they're able to decipher information which puts us at risk. But this feedback you have is phenomenal because it's important to let the person know that you are aware that this thing they're doing, they're not supposed to be doing it. And then if they overstep their boundaries, they should block. But the thing about people who groom people is that they will apologize, they will withdraw, they will retreat for a while because their goal is to eventually get you to trust them to the point where you won't be worried that they're extending their boundaries. So they may not get upset, but like you rightfully said, you block them. And when you block them, they don't have access to you. So it kind of makes sense. But I just wanted to put that foundation that, quite frankly, when you're a minor, it's important to stay away from talking to strangers at all. So, Princess Supreme, over to you.
Okay, so I'm just going to round it up again as I did for the last one. I personally think that, as many of the princesses said in the chat section, that okay, Princess Jewel has a question.
All right.
Would you
Princess
like
Jo,
to speak or
yes, I
type
think
it?
she wants to speak. Yeah.
Okay.
Please go. You can unmute. Princess Jewel, go ahead and unmute. All right, let me give you permission again. All right, go again. Go again.
She said she would type it. So
Okay.
okay.
So go ahead.
So my question is, what if Amina, what if the person that is trying to threaten Amina or trouble Amina is actually a family member or family friend or close friend?
That's why most of the most recurring conversation is about ensuring that trusted adults around us are in the know. Many people that do terrible things, they thrive on the idea that the kids will not speak up, that the young people will not tell their parents. They thrive on the idea that the young people will try to manage it on their own. And they know that because you're a minor, you may not be fully aware of the extent of deception that people are capable of. So they are counting on the fact that you're going to be naive. So they are counting on the fact that they are going to be naive. So on that basis, putting making sure that parents are in the know is very critical, no matter what. Because once people know that our parents will hear, they will leave you alone, whether they're strangers or the people who know you and they're hiding under something and they're putting pressure on you. The moment they know that there can be a family meeting, is finished. So Princess Mia, sometimes people can hide their identity, create fake account. Sometimes the people that come and make friend requests with you, send you friend requests, and they seem unknown in their names. They may be known people, and they're looking for a weakness. I once shared a story about a girl who was having a hard time with her dad, and she just came online and started chatting with this particular guy. He was always liking her post every odd hours like this. He's liking her post, sending her, messages, checking up on her. Then he told her that he was having issues with his parents. He started telling her things about himself first. And usually they do that because once somebody starts to tell you their secret, sometimes they feel like you owe them to show that even you trust them that much. But you don't realize that it's a strategy they use. So he started talking about the difficult times he was having with his parents. She just started telling him her own cup of tea. They have ulterior motives. They most of the time they do. So long story cut short, this person started sending her gifts. So imagine that somebody is living in, say, so I'm in Abuja and somebody is living in Lagos, right? And first and foremost, they like your post during school hours, but they tell you that they're in SS1 or they're in SS3 in their own school. And you're asking, but you like my post at 11 a.m. You like my post at 9 a.m. Are you not going to school? Well, then the next person started saying he's going to send her gift. That I won't send her gift, so she should send her address. So now, because it could be intrusive to ask you, where do you live? But then I said, I just bought this nice gift. They send you a picture that they want to send it to you. What address do you want them to send it to? And they confirm this. So, I mean, you get to that situation, the person starts to send gift. But the real miracle happens when someone who lives in Lagos is in SS3 that should be in school, promised to send you a gift today, and by the next day it was with you. He promised to send you a gift around 2 in the afternoon. Okay, 2, you're still in school. Sent you a message around 9 p.m. and said, I have a surprise for you. It's going to be at your doorstep by tomorrow when you're back from school. So you gave the address and they started sending you you should know that that person lives in your city. You should know that that person already knows you. You should know that that person is closer than you can imagine. So bottom line, we thread with caution. Because if you don't know who you're talking to, that's a stranger you're dealing with. So, Princess Supreme, over to you.
Okay, I'm just going to wrap this up. In case someone has any other question. If you have a question, just put it in the chat section. So I personally think Amina should block as plenty of people have said, block the stranger. It might not be a stranger. Oh, okay. If it's a stranger, she should definitely block the stranger. If it's anyone in total, she should block the person, and she should show her parents, show her, oh, this happened. How can I solve it? First of all, block, and then find out ways to manage the way she uses the internet so this kind of stuff doesn't happen again. So that's what I think.
All right.
Yeah.
I got a bit distracted. My apologies. Could you just give me a recap? I got up distracted. Someone sent me a message, please.
Okay. So as I said, Amina should block the person. She should block the person
Absolutely.
and let her parents know that, oh, this happened. How can I solve it? Yeah, she should not force herself to continue talking to the person, saying, oh, maybe this person is just being funny or something, that it will wear off, it will go away, you continue asking regular questions again. She should first of all block, let her parents know, so her parents know what she's doing, so it won't escalate into a very bigger problem. That's all.
All right. Are we stopping here, Supreme?
Yes.
All right. So, girls, we're ready to answer questions now. I will stop sharing the screen. We're ready to answer questions. While we are waiting for you to put together questions, I'd like you to think about situations that either you or somebody you know has been in, and you would like us to even if the issues are over, you want us to go over it. And so for example, if this happened, what should someone have done? Something like that. So I'd like you to bring that up. In the meantime, tomorrow we have exciting question ahead. And tomorrow we're not talking about the bad stuff anymore. We're going to be talking about what are the opportunities online and how can we take advantage of it? What are the opportunities online? What are things that God has designed on this internet of this world that we can use to truly make our lives better? You get the idea. So we're going to talk about that tomorrow. So make sure you're here. If you have a friend, a classmate, even if their parents are not registered, you can call them up and say, or you ask your mom to talk to their parent because they are minors. They shouldn't join a session without their parents' approval. But you can get your mom to talk to them, share it on the WhatsApp group of your school or something, and ask the girls to join in so we can talk about it. So tomorrow we're talking about leveraging the opportunities online. So I'm waiting to see your questions. If you have any
Can I ask
question, let
a question?
yes, please, Supreme, definitely.
Okay, so I have this friend in school, and I have this friend in school, and during the school term, she has been using these things. Her parents let her use this skincare products practically, right? It's like called like those of you that have heard of it before, it's like exfoliation and stuff to like get rid of your dead skin cells by like scrubbing your face and all with a particular scrub, right? And she started using it. She talked to her mom and she started using it. And then her skin started to like have like rashes. And instead of the exfoliator trying to get rid of the pimples, it brought more pimples. But she said that, oh, that let her look for, excuse you. So she said that, oh, let her look for a different product that, oh, she still wants to exfoliate, that she won't use this product anymore. Let her use another product and all that. And she tried other products, but they still make her face, it still increases like the rashes and the pimples. And I actually did research on it and found out that there's a particular age range for exfoliation because your skin is still delicate and like soft, like baby skin. It's not like rough skin yet. So she should try and minimize the way she does it. And she does it every day. And research says that you do it maybe 3 times or 2 times a week, but she does it every day and it's seriously ruining her skin. And she doesn't really know what to do. So how do I approach her? How do I convince her? Because I've convinced her and convinced her and convinced her, but she wouldn't stop. So I don't know what to do. If I don't know how to convince her to stop it, because yeah, that's my question.
Did you share this research that you found with her?
With who?
Did you tell her?
I didn't literally show her. Yes, I told her about it, but she wouldn't
Maybe
stop. She said that, oh, some websites say if you do it every day, you get better skin than those that do it 3 times, 2 times a week, and all that. So I don't know how to approach her in a way that's convincing enough for her to stop. constantly.
So I think that it's all about asking her. You can actually also ask her where she got the advice from. Who is the one advising her? It could be her parents making a mistake, approving it. You could also tell her that, why don't you tell your parents to take you to a dermatologist? Because I believe they would be able to afford that for her to see a dermatologist. You could also wait for those moments where she's open to listening. People are not open all the time to listen, so you may just slow down and wait for the time where she demonstrates a willingness to listen. When someone is in the element where they show a willingness to listen, then you can, all right? Then you can, all right?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Right. Yes. So that's it for me. I'm seeing some questions in the chat
Onye,
and I want, yes, Supreme, please read out Onye's comment or Onye's question.
Onye said something that really, okay. She said, I think reporting the stranger is really extreme. Amina can just block the stranger and change her settings on social media platform to curb who can reach her online.
Okay, so yeah, that sounds like a fantastic idea. But let me tell you a story of something that happened last week. So a particular family had a 7-year-old girl and teacher. They brought her a maths teacher, and this maths teacher tried to touch her on her vagina on the first lesson. And so the very first, when the woman brought it to the community on Instagram, that please, what can they advise her to do? A number of people tagged me to come and see it because, like, as per you're a girls' coach, you talk about body safety, what should happen. And there were people saying about she should fire the man. She should fire the man. And I'm like, you guys are nuts. If she fires the man, he goes away to the next family that is going to abuse another child. He might abuse a more naive child, a more naive child that may not even speak up. So there's a government department called welfare, all right? All right. You get her into to get this man arrested. Get your daughter's report and get the man arrested. So when somebody comes to you online and they start to ask you intrusive questions, they are predators. So if you block them, you send them to another person. If you blocked them alone, you send them to another person. Now, social media even has a new feature on Instagram that says block them and any other accounts they attempt to create. Fantastic. But did you notice they have room for you to report? Because if you report the person, they can prevent the person from using their online platform at all. And when you're able to achieve that, you prevent them from preying on other girls, preying on other young people who may not have the knowledge that you have. So the whole idea of reporting the handle is really, really about ensuring that the online space is safe for not just you alone, but other people as well. Somebody has there's a question here from another princess. I won't call her name. So you can read it. The question has to do with the gate man, all right? You don't need to call her name, all right? Can you say it? So it says that if you have a gate man that got sacked and he's trying to get close to you, what do you do? So the question I'm asking is, when he was your gate man, what was his relationship with you like? Do you want to tell us that? What was your relationship with him before you got sacked? Supreme, you may want to mute your mic, please. What was your relationship with him before he got sacked? While he was working for your parents, what did he make any attempt at you at any time? Even you think about it, if he got sacked, then he's not pleased with your parents. If he's not pleased with your parents, why is he trying to get close to you? Is he trying to get close to you to harm you to get to your parents? We have to be able to sieve people's motives. What was his relationship with you like before he got sacked? Sacked. Now your parents have sacked him. He's trying to get close to you. What is he trying to get close to you to achieve? Can you hear me? Can everybody hear me?
Yes, ma'am, we can hear you.
All right. So you were saying that I was breaking up. That's why I asked. That's why I asked. So if somebody that is
That was
anybody
before
that
you're fine now.
all right. So if someone is not someone that shouldn't be having a relationship with you is trying to have a relationship with you, it's time to know that there's a risk. Oh. This one is not ordinary eye, right? What's his motive? Is he trying to get close to me to hurt me to get to my parent? Is he trying to get close to me so he can extort me? So he gets close to you, he starts to make you feel like he likes you a lot. And as he's doing that, he likes you a lot, he starts to ask you for money and things, and you start to feel indebted to. I mean, we have to be very careful because people are not what they say. He's a pervert. Oh, you know that. Okay, he's a pervert, he's a womanizer. But more than that, the fact that you're in this session tells me that you're a minor. And he's not just a pervert, he's a pedophile. He's taking advantage of children, taking advantage of minors. And so that's something for you to be worried about. And finally, that's not something you should handle on your own. That's also something that your parents should be aware of. It's not something you can handle on your own. It's something your parents should be informed about. Something your parents should be informed about. A trusted adult in your space should be informed about that. So, girls, it looks like there's no more questions for us tonight. We're going to be drawing the curtain here. Yes, we have our night class today. But I just want to announce to you that tomorrow we are doing a combined class. So we're having tomorrow's class on leveraging online opportunities is going to be 12 to 4 to 12 to 17.
17.
Yes, tomorrow's class is combined 12 to 17 and it's holding at the same time as 12 to 14 because you're learning the same thing. So Princess Supreme says, I have a question. What's the difference between a pedophile and a rapist? Two different things, but both of them are crazy. A pedophile is someone who attempts or carries out sexual actions on children, on minors. He has interest in minors, so he's touching minors sexually. Now, a pedophile can be a rapist, but a rapist is not necessarily a pedophile. So who is a rapist? A rapist is a man because right now, by definitions, by judicial terms, says only men can rape because rape means there's a penetration of some sort. So it means that a rapist is someone who forces himself to have sexual relationship with another human. It could be another human adult. It could be another adult male. It could be adult female. Boys get raped. Girls get raped. But many times the term rape is different from molestation. The term rape involves somebody using their penis to enter another person's body. So when they rape boys through their anus. When they rape girls through their vagina. So it's only a man that can do that. Now, a woman can molest, touching a child's body part, doing other things, or asking the child to sleep with her. That's molestation. Yes, that's molestation. But the terminology rape means that violent action was undertaken by a man. Now, when somebody rapes an adult, they are just a rapist. But when somebody rapes a minor, they're both a rapist and a pedophile, all at the same time. Oh, this person does that. So now you see, this person does these things, and the neighborhood know him, but they've not reported him. The Nigerian law is not joking with pedophiles and rapists. There's a state I remember many years ago when Governor El Rufai was still the governor of Kaduna State. I might be wrong with this data, but I think I got a report that is life imprisonment in Kaduna State. Ekiti State had sex offenders register. If someone is found to have molested a minor or anything, they're going to prison. Their name goes into a sex offenders register. And sex offenders register is public. That means if I'm trying to recruit people in my office, I can run it through that account and I will not employ anyone with such a history. Now, when we don't report these people for them to go and face justice, They continue to move around the neighborhood. They work as gardeners, they work as carpenters, electricians, security. They work in different things. And many of those technical things happen when parents are not at home and they start to do stuff. So now this person is saying, I've told my mom. So I don't know what your mom has done about it, but that person ought to be arrested. In the last 1 year, the judiciary has been locking up so many men, excuse me, so many people. So now Momsi is saying, leave him, don't talk to him. But that's not what that doesn't solve the problem. That's the Nigerian problem. The Nigerian problem is that everybody says nobody wants to be the one that brought the person to justice. But I'm hoping your generation learns that it's not about stopping it from happening to you. It's also taking a step that stops it from happening again to anybody else. And that's the focus. So you guys have gotten me all fired up and passionate tonight. Any other question? So I think Mrs. Jewel wants to say something. Anyone else wants to say something as we begin to wrap up? Anyone else? Anyone else? Anyone else? All right, looks like we're doing good. So remember, tomorrow we have a combined session. I'll post the timing for you guys. We have a combined session for 12 to 17, both for the morning and evening sessions. Let me see. Sorry, dear. So let me see. Let me see. I don't see any other comments. Supreme, do you want to close the meeting, make a conclusion, last minute statement, so that we can draw the curtain?
Okay. Okay, so let me close up finally. It was a really nice, it was a pleasure being here and talking. It was a pleasure being here and talking about online safety, learning online. I just want to close. You can research, find different sources on, you can find different school libraries, sources, different things to how to learn online. Because learning doesn't just come from home. Now, our day and age, we have technology, so we want to bring it to good use by also learning from online. Research is a really good thing. I would advise using the research acronym to help yourself learn online. Also, to really think about your choices and pick the right choice. If you have a problem, let your parents know. As a princess in the chat said, she let her parents know. At least she let her mom know. And make right choices on what to do when you're at a problem that you don't know what to do practically. So that is my speech practically, Sha. Thank you for listening to my little presentation.
All right, Princess Supreme, you did good. Please, can you leave Princess Supreme kind words thanking her for taking this session today? Oh, Princess Joy, you didn't know the session is at midnight. So that's why yesterday it was easy for us to say with the network challenges, the session is at midnight. It's for girls who live in other countries for which it will not be midnight for them. So it's a sacrifice on our part, and Supreme will be taking that class. So that's what the night class is about. All right, girls on another time zone. Please, if you enjoyed the class, enjoyed listening to Supreme, kindly leave a comment in the chat telling her thank you for doing this for us. All right, let's tell Supreme thank you. Yes, it's a repeat class. It's a repeat class, so you don't need to join. If you were in this class now, you're not supposed to be in that class in the evening. So thank you so in the night. Thank you so very much. Hey, Princess Supreme, are you saying? They say thank you,
Yes, so
thank you, thank you. All right, thank you, thank you. Let me see. I need to take a picture of all of that beautiful kindness coming out. And so, girls, if you're part of the 10 over 10 girls, squad, you know that you always be a part of the boot camp. You also get to be a facilitator. I love to do the squad with your age group because it gives us room. Can you imagine this talk that we had today? We get to do it every month. If you're not a border, we get to do it every month. When things are happening in school, you have where you can talk about it. With me, you can always say it the way it is, the way you're feeling it, and we will walk through it together. So if you were here and you'd like to just let's be able to do this every month, which I really hope you want to do this every month. Would like to welcome you to the 10 over 10 Girl Squad. We have an app. We have a web app, but our mobile app is coming soon. So we have like an online platform where you can chat with other people. Dindu, it's so good to see your comment. So sorry that you didn't get to join from the start, but we have a replay. So we have like an online platform. We have a whole community, talent community, girls that love to design, science, read, STEM. We're chatting. We have our own chat room on the app. So I feel like I need to tell you girls that it's somewhere cool to be a part of. If you're not a, but even for the girls on the squad that are borders, when they come in during the holiday, they come to the platform and they catch up. So I want to thank you so much for being a part of this today. See you tomorrow. Remember, we are combining 12 to 17 tomorrow. God bless you. So let me know. Princess Umim said, don't miss me too much. All right. See you guys tomorrow. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful, wonderful day.